So we have a question from Jacob. I wake up a lot in the middle of the night to go pee. Is there anything I can do to prevent that or make that less disruptive? Appreciate the question, Jacob. This is Pillow Talks. My name's Todd. We answer all the sleep questions here on the pillow. So I think, honestly, having a hydration strategy is an underrated sleep tool. I think hydration has become very popular. It's very good for you. It's something to be mindful of. But the timing of hydration can be equally impactful, right? Like your sleep is the ultimate reset. So we don't want a hydration interfering with our sleep. And so how do we do that? Is you really want to front load your hydration. If you can get the majority of your water in the first half of the day and then taper down throughout the evening, that's the goal. So I always recommend 2 hours before bed, trying to shut off any liquid consumption. I know that can be tough. So if you're going to do it, have small amounts. So the total volume is important. So if you have more than 6 ounces at a time, 6 to 8 ounces, your body is going to trigger you to go to the bathroom more often. It's probably going to wake you up more often, just because if you think about it, your body's trying to keep this balance between sodium, electrolytes, and the water. It's not just, do I have enough water? It's keeping that balance. So if you intake a ton of water, so meaning like 6 to 8 ounces in one setting, also like big gulps, so just taking small sips of it is much better. If you take a large amount of water, in order to keep that balance of electrolytes, it's going to make you go to the bathroom more often. So we want to eliminate that in the evening hours, and then just be very intentional with having the water earlier in the day, or the hydration. And then the other piece of that, like I just said, is not just having a bunch of water, making sure you have an electrolyte balance. So your body uses electrolytes, and it's this combination of how much water is inside the cells and outside of the cells in combination with all the electrolytes that are in your body. And so it tries to create this balance between the two. So if you have an influx of water and you don't have an influx of electrolytes, it's going to try to get rid of one or the other. And then it usually makes you go to the bathroom more often. So not only, keeping up your hydration, but making sure you're having good quality salt on your foods. Maybe you're doing an electrolyte supplement, but you want to keep that balance, because you can actually dehydrate yourself by drinking too much water. I know that sounds crazy, but hydration isn't about, like I said, it's not about how much fluid am I consuming. It's about what's the balance in my body of electrolytes, water inside and outside of the cell. And when that gets thrown off because there's an influx of one or the other, that's really when you have the dehydration symptoms. And so it's a delicate balance. So I guess my recommendation is intentional. Water the first half of the day as much as you can. Make sure you have a good electrolyte balance, and then cut water off 2 hours before bed, and I think you'll be in a really good place. The other thing is, ironically, if you're breathing out of your mouth, there's actually some science behind that triggering you go to the bathroom more often. And so just think about your breathing. If you're breathing through your nose, you can be more relaxed the entire night, less wake ups, less times you go to the bathroom, which results in better quality sleep. So be intentional with your water, be intentional with your electrolytes, and I think you'll have a much better experience, Jacob. This is Pillow Talks. My name's Todd. Ask me any questions you have, and we'll see you on the other side of the pillow.